Hey, happy Sunday. We are doing something a little different today. Gonna sit down, do a little chit chat, get ready with me on the subject of YouTube and how I kind of got invested, because I didn't until 2018, which is kind of odd, and then now here I am a few years later creating content. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about that while I get ready. It is a Sunday. I do have a work commitment today that I have to do, and so I'm just trying to get ready quickly. I'm gonna be doing my makeup at the same time, so just to prepare you for that. Coffee. Oh, it's hot, very hot. Before we get into all of it, I'm gonna ask you, please subscribe, become part of the Questing fam. I'd really appreciate that. Like this video if you like it, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I upload on Friday. Lifestyle vlogs, all sorts of stuff happening here. I am no beauty guru, no. First of all, before I get into kind of my story, and then I'm going to talk about some bigger creators that I really like, I kind of want to shout out some smaller creators that I have been supporting, and they've been supporting me, and just people that I really like, and their videos and content's really good, and they seem like down-to-earth people. I will link all their channels down below. You should check out their channels, subscribe, give them some likes, all of that stuff. I highly recommend it. Caitlin Millie, amazing human in my opinion, very down to earth it seems by her videos, and does a lot of DIYs, good suggestion videos, just overall kind of a lifestyle DIY situation similar to me. Next is Maggie's Makeup Melody, does very good overview of makeup, a whole array kind of on just the makeup world. Ness Fan, I believe I'm saying that right, I'm not 100% sure, does kind of men's clothing by thinking out of the box. If you are interested, or just maybe want some ideas on men's fashion for maybe someone in your life, go check out Ness's channel. Katie Vision is kind of a vlog channel. I love sitting down and watching one of her vlogs. It's super good, super interesting. And same thing with Casey Hernandez. Does what I eat in a day stuff, but mainly vlogs or makeovers. And another person fitting in that category I want to mention is Michelle Bright, who does dollar store tree hauls, also makeover stuff. Really good ideas if you're looking to do something on a budget. I highly recommend checking out Michelle's channel. As I said, all those people will be linked below, and so many great smaller creators to go support that I support. Go support, please, please, please. I got my products, I got my brushes, so if you hear that, these are my brushes. I also have to wash these today. You know that you have to wash your brushes when you start getting somewhat of a breakout, and I feel like I've been having that happen. Not good. My first experiences with YouTube were watching Jenna Marbles, who I love and adore, and sad that she's gone. Find her highly relatable. Really, that was about the only person I would watch. I had a friend who watched David's vlogs and showed me that, and I was never really into David's content, and considering what we know now, it's probably why. Really, Jenna Marbles was the only person I'd watch, and then sometimes I'd watch for how-to videos, you know, if I needed to know how to install something technology-wise or do a home project. Those were the reasons I would access YouTube. In 2018, I was teaching at a university, and my students were talking about the Jake Paul docu-series thing he did. And when that happened, I was very interested. I said, what is all this about? So I went home and I started watching that series, then found Jeffree Star, found James Charles, found Tati, really the big YouTubers that were kind of in the beauty space, which makes sense because Shane was connected to all of that. Watched the Jeffree Star documentary, the Tana one, kind of all of the ones that he ended up doing. And then I started to be committed to watching most of them, mainly Tati, because I liked her review approach and thought it was interesting. I liked Jeffree's kind of somewhat honesty and ability to say whatever he wants and all of that. And then I got in, watched the whole series of Jeffree and Shane making a palette together, started finding other creators in that time that I found more relatable, I would say, and was far more interested in. Then you started seeing everything happen. May 2019, the video, then Dramageddon happened in the beauty world. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good, you don't need to know. If you do know, you know. You know, all these bigger creators started fighting, which was James and Shane and Jeffrey and Tati. And that's all good and well. Was watching all these people and trying to figure out, okay, who's real here? Because really, people are just presenting what they want on camera, and you don't know the reality of what's going on. I stepped away kind of from that world because I didn't want to support any of it if I didn't have to. I got interested in the Shane and Jeffrey palette because it was hard not to, I'm not gonna lie. And I think hearing about the business side of makeup was interesting. I didn't end up buying the palettes. I am a big fan of affordable makeup. Forward to spring 2020, Shane Dawson, who really had gotten me interested in YouTube in the end, through his documentaries and his content, and I liked Ryland and I liked Morgan, I loved Andrew and I loved Garrett and the whole crew. You know, seeing that fall apart was difficult. And the whole time while I'm seeing this all kind of fall apart and seeing what happened, I realized that I'd always had a feeling that there was some kind of dishonesty here, something going on. And now here we are. That was kind of my venture into YouTube. Shane and all of his content. I did not, as a viewer, do my due diligence in looking into the past and who this person was. Shane Dawson bringing me in, and then now I no longer follow him. Mainly, if you're wondering why I no longer follow any of these people or was not interested, or, you know, maybe they're your favorite and that's cool, good for you. I'm not trying to judge who you like. For you, this is for me. Please remember that. With Shane, you know, he made that video and I don't feel like it was honest. I don't feel like he was really truly holding himself accountable. I decided until I see real change overall from certain people, just step away, unfollow, because that's really the best thing you can do on YouTube. If you don't like someone, if you don't enjoy their content or think what they're doing is offensive or problematic, the best thing to do is unfollow and unengage. Aside from that, I don't have any need or desire to watch any of these other people if they come back and they create content. They need to fix their mess is really where I'm at with it. Let me give you a little list of the people I have been watching. So initially, right, I'm watching these big creators, but the people who I started to see that I really liked and enjoyed, Kathleen Lights, of course, along with that, Jessie Smiles, who I love, even though they don't always create a ton of content, I'm always here to support them. In that same time, Kathleen Lights ended up doing a collab, I think, with RawKristi Beauty, found RawKristi Beauty, and Samantha Ravndahl. You know, people who seem pretty down to earth. You can't for sure know. It is people who are presenting them through a video that they edit, so that's always in the back of my mind. I found those 4 and then went from there and expanded out. I was at this time also kind of just figuring out what I like to do with makeup. I'd never really taken the time to do so. It was kind of fun to watch their content, find affordable makeup that I thought was really worth it, not drop a ton of money, and end up, you know, enjoying makeup and doing it for myself and all of that. The other person I found kind of in the makeup world was Sarian. I'm watching all of these people still. The murder mystery makeup, 10 out of 10. Would recommend if you like true crime. You don't care about makeup or you do care about makeup, it's still amazing. Yes, I know I just put on a ton of blush. So much. We're gonna diffuse it, don't worry. In that world, you start finding lifestyle people. And I do watch Remi, Ashten, I do watch Alisha Marie and kind of that whole world, and I like it, but I don't feel as connected. I really love Remi Ashten's channel. I think both of them, her main channel and her vlog channel, probably one of my favorite all-time creators as well. Then I found kind of smaller creators such as Carrie Dayton and Schultzzie. Love their content as well, and so those have been people I have been following now probably for a few years, which is wild to think about. You get involved. I mean, not really, like they're not my friends, you know? They seem like good, genuine people, and I appreciate their content and their opinions and their ideas very much so. In this time, I think I found Colleen Ballinger and the Ballinger family, and I started watching Colleen and Rachel, who I like a lot. I found Emma's Rectangle, another person I really appreciate, seems very down to earth, does vlog content but also lifestyle content, and I really enjoy it. Then there was that whole drama with Nick Avocado and Stephanie Sue, and I found Stephanie Sue's channel through that. and then found that Stephanie Sue talks about true crime. Now I don't watch her main channel because I don't like mukbangs. They're just not for me. It's not the kind of content I like. Her vlog channel, which is Missmangobutt, and her vlog channel I live for. Whether it's the fun silly ones or she does the baking and mysteries on there, I live for her channel. After I've kind of found lifestyles, I found vlogs, I found commentary. And I do like commentary stuff. And personally, I don't really follow someone like the common tea channels. The commentary people that I do follow and I really like are people like Smokey Glow, Leon Lush, Noel Miller. I mean, Noel and Cody both. Of course, Dangello Wallace. I'm a big fan of Dangello's channels. I found the Eboys. Then I found, more recently, Noodles, who I really like a lot and I appreciate his content. He does a very good job of giving you the rundown in 10 minutes. Now, someone who works full-time, I appreciate that 10-minute rundown. Other channel I keep up with that talks internet drama, H3H3. I know that Ethan seems to be trying to, you know, mention all the terrible things that are happening and making people aware. And I appreciate that. I know it can get a bit much sometimes, but I still appreciate it. And I like that that's kind of where he's gone with the platform. The Frenemies podcast, which who knew that would be so big. I was not really a big Trisha Paytas fan before that, but their energy and that podcast, there is something about it. It has made them both better people, which is something they've mentioned, and I hope it continues to be that way, and that they keep themselves accountable and all of that stuff for a really long time, and only use that platform for good in the end. That's my hope. We shall see. I think that's really the rundown on all the bigger creators I watch, if you're wondering. I do think the content we watch speaks to a bit of who we are. A little bit more of a person. 30 minutes later. So let's see how I did. Oh yeah, bring a little life back. You saw the before. That's all kind of the content that I've watched and how it's evolved. And you'll notice, right? I love watching lifestyle, vlog, DIY, commentary. And now here I am kind of doing that content on my channel. In my opinion, with someone like Shane or any of these big creators who are kind of getting exposed, but also in what seems to be in a legitimate way. It's all alleged, right? We don't know for sure. I won't support people like these people who are having allegations brought against them, so on and so forth, until I see actual change. And that's kind of how I roll. And I realize with the list of people that I talked about, if any of those people kind of misstep, as a viewer, I have the right to say, okay, well, I don't want them in my world anymore. Never forget that. I think that's important for us as the people who end up supporting them through watching their videos and seeing the ads and all of that, that we remember we can unsubscribe and step away. Like, instead of leaving a nasty comment, the best thing is just to completely disengage. Unfortunately, as we've seen with David and we've seen with James and Shane and Jeffrey and all of these people, they won't answer the call or step up until usually it monetarily affects them. And that's sad. And that's frustrating. As I mentioned, if you support any of those people, you go off, you do you. I am not mad if someone else does it. I make these choices for myself and myself alone. I'm just telling you my thoughts and what I do through my experiences. So please remember, do what you think is right for you. Take that personal responsibility and figure it out for you. Yeah, it's been interesting. I'm thankful for the people who really inspired me and are still creating content, are still, you know, growing and evolving as humans. I also expect that from anyone I watch. I would never expect someone to be the same forever. And I think that's really what intrigues me about YouTube. And hopefully maybe you've seen that here. I've definitely grown, I've definitely evolved, and I continue to do so. I would love to hear, you know, what creator kind of got you invested into YouTube. I hope this has been interesting. It's something I've wanted to talk about, how I got here. I think anyone who creates content or watches YouTube, it's interesting to see how we get invested in this platform, in this space, because people are just truly creating what they want and are showing you what they want in their piece of life. And I hope as I always say at the end of every video, if you've been around, you know, but I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're checking in on people. I hope people are checking in on you, and you're taking care of yourself, especially through 2020, which was crazy, and here we are now kind of dealing with these new social realities. Before you leave, if you would subscribe, become part of this little questing fam here we have, like this video if you like it, and hit that notification bell so you know on Friday when this video will appear. It will appear in your feed, you'll get a notification. We love that. Do all those things, I'd really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, I did not do that either. Like I'm a cat. Yeah, I'm making my mascara face. You would too.